Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be unboxing the February curated collections by Beads to Live By. The curated collections are subscription boxes that Cassandra, the owner, has put together every month. There's a 2-hole bead collection. So there's 2 boxes you can choose from, and one is the 2-hole bead collection and the other one is the seed bead collection. For me, I get the seed bead collection. I don't really work with 2-hole beads, so I love the seed beads and it's perfect for the designs that I make. And if you watch my previous videos, you know that I love to incorporate seed beads as well. And then in this month, I also have the companion bundle for the month of February. So what happens is that if you're subscribed to any of the 2 boxes or both, there's always going to be a companion bundle that color coordinates with the beads of this month or the month that you're getting. So I'm not going to keep talking. All the details will be included in the description down below, and let's get to seeing what this month's colors are. All right, so here are the 2 bundles. I'm going to set the companion bundle to the side for now, and let's start off with the seed beads. And this is what you get. Ooh, I see some lovely spring colors. And by the way, Cassandra is really good at coordinating colors. So if you're starting to work with seed beads or just like to add some seed beads to your jewelry like I do, I totally recommend this subscription box. Look at how pretty the colors are. So we're going to see this kind of like teal blue ish color. Let's see if this will. All right, so here are these really beautiful blue beads. You can see them here, and they have like a little bit of almost like a AB, like a metallic AB finish on them on the side. I don't know if I can see if I can shake them a little bit. If you can see right there in the corner. Okay, so these are these really pretty teal. So these are the lime green ones. Look at how pretty. I just kind of wanted to set them against the white background so you can appreciate the colors. So that's the green. Then of course you've got the white. If I put it against the white background, you definitely will not. But it's got, you definitely won't be able to tell, but it's got like a pearl finish on it. So that is this white one. It looks like they're gray green, or more like a military green or army green. You know what? They have like a Picasso finish on them. Now that I look at them up close, I don't know if you can see, the camera is picking it up, but it's got like a Picasso finish. They're really cool. And then we've got like this, looks like it's a gold or gold line. Yeah, it's like a gold line. They're crystal, but there's, see, let me see if they go on the side. See if they have, you can see they've got like a little gold lining on them. Then there's these also, it almost looks like they're a little bit, these green ones, they've got like a marbling to them as well. They're not kind of like a solid color. They've got like bits of darker green to them. Let's see if I bunch them up, if you can see how pretty they are. Then we have these really pretty, it's like a gray green seed bead. These are 11-ohs, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that in case you haven't watched these videos before. These are 11-ohs. So it's like a gray green. I love the mix of colors on each seed bead. Those greens are really pretty. And then we've got a beautiful lilac. They are, it looks like they're a frosted matte color. See, there we go. So those are the seed beads for the month of February. Very spring-like. Love it. Now let's move on to our companions. Our companion bundle, which I'm also looking here. It looks really, really pretty. Look at these. They're like a twisted coin. That is super cool. I love this. It almost looks like they glow in the dark. Huh. I wonder if they do. Then we've got these metallic bluish with gold or copper. Just kind of changes. There's pearl. It's kind of rainbowish little drop. Then we've got these gorgeous, look at these fire polish rounds, but also these do have an AB finish. These go perfectly, look at that, perfectly with this color. So pretty. All right, and then we've got these darker ones, and this is gonna go, this would go perfect. Look at that. Look at how beautiful, how perfect they match, isn't it? And this is some matte, metallic. Again, like a deep army green, forest green. And then we've got these gorgeous, of course we've got, you know, our violet and our little diamonds. Look at they're very shiny, very mirror, but then they've got little frosting on the edge there. Very cool. And then we've got, of course, some teal, and we do have something that goes with that. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? So cool. So that is the bundle. Like I said, the bundle is extra, but as you can see, it's definitely worth it if you get any of the collections, or even if you get both. That is a perfect Czech bundle. All right, so as usual, if you've been watching me for a while, you know the drill. But if you're new, for the second half of my unboxing videos, I usually do a little tutorial. So I'm gonna go grab my tools and come back and see what we can create. All right, you guys, I'm back with a little project I think you guys are gonna like. We're gonna be using these 3 colors, and of course you can mix any other colors that you want, but I'm gonna be using these if you recreate it. And then I'm gonna be using these drops right here. And then I just made the little piles here of the green. So that is for the beads. Then I'm gonna be using 24 gauge wire in gold and 18 gauge wire in gold as well. Then we're going to be using our fancy cutters and our nylon job pliers for straightening wire, and some you know, my little needle nose pliers that I like to work with. You can use any other pliers that you have. If you have bent nose pliers, those work too. You know, anything that you can work with as well. So what we're going to start off with is I'm going to cut 13 inches of this 24 gauge wire. Now that we have our 13 inches, then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little pretty drops. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start with our first little drop. It's more like a briolet, I guess. As you can see, the drilling is on the top. It's on the top of the bead. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross these. See? Like that. Oops. Put that. Because you want the longer one on the top. And then you're going to bring that down from the bottom to almost like if you were going to wrap the briolet, just like that. And then you're going to go around the briolet or the drop, whatever you want to call it, and then you're going to go almost like if you were doing a herringbone, if you know how to do a herringbone, but you want it to be like framing your drop. It's harder for me to do it when I'm stretching my hands under the camera. You'll see that our drop is framed like that. Then we're going to grab the other one, our next one, like this, bring it threaded on, and gonna make like a little bend right there just to make room for it. And we're going to do the same thing as we did with this. Don't worry if this flops out. You'll see that it'll stay once we have it all together. Again, you're going to go cross over. And if you want to, you can bring this up a little higher and then bring it around to the front. And then again, you're going to make sure that you're wrapping the drop again. Like that. And make sure that it's on there. And there you go. See, we have our second one. And I'm going to do that with the other three. Again, we're going to make a little bend right there. And then we're going to bring this wire, the longer one, around the briolet to the front, just to lock it in place. And then you can hold it like this and shape, and then, you know, shape the bead with your wire. And again, holding it like that allows you to not lose that grip on the wire. See? And there we go. So I'm going to do the other two. All right, so now we're done with our little flower. This is what it turns into. And then as you can see, we've got one wire is longer than the other. So that's the one that we're going to anchor to close these little flowers, these little petals together. So what I'm going to do is bring this one on top of the next petal and underneath the bottom. So it's kind of like weaving. Then you go over the top, underneath the bottom, over the top, and underneath the bottom till you do like one or two. See, now they're all, and now you can go ahead and shape them any which way you like, and then pull this one down. Do not cut these ends off because you're going to need them. Then I'm going to take this one, this wire, which is now the long one. I'm just trying to make sure that they stay even. I'm going to bring it down through here, through the center, and bring it up. Make sure you don't kink it or you'll break it off. So carefully bring it through like that. So now we're going to put on these green ones up here. I'm gonna put on about 8. Let's start with 8 and see. 7, 8. Okay, so now what you're going to do is hold it down right there, bring it to the side. Make sure you're holding your little beads over here, and then just start turning. You're gonna make like a little spiral. This is gonna be the center, and again, you can pick any other color you want. If you want to use the turquoise, you can use the turquoise, but I figured this one would pop a little more. So make sure, see how they tend to, if you don't hold on to them, they tend to want to draw back on themselves. And I think that's good. Makes like a little center flower. So what I'm going to do now is bring it underneath here, and again, tight, nice and tight, like that. And then I'm going to take this one and this one just to anchor it on and twist. Make a little twist here. There we go. See? And now we have our flower with our center right there. So we're going to set that to the side for now. Again, do not cut these ends off. And this is our first part of our pendant. All right, so I forgot one tool. You can use a pen if you don't have any of these, but I'm going to use my Beadsmith mandrels. And I'm going to grab this one, the 5/8 inch. These, if you like wire working, I totally recommend this set. It really comes in handy. All right, so now I'm going to take my 18 gauge wire and I'm going to leave 4 inches and just bend it 90 degrees. See, there we go. Then we're going to start off with our mandrel. And what we're going to do is go around, holding on to it like that. And once you've gone around, that you make the perfect circle, then you take it out. Now you're going to grab it from where it's bent, that 90 degree, And you're going to bring it back. I'm working off the roll. You can cut off a piece if you want, but I use so much wire that I like to save. Then you're going to bend it all the way up like that. Okay, and then you go again, you grab your, you can even grab it from here, and you're going to go around your mandrel again until you reach the side of the bend. We're going to make 5 of these. Okay, see, you grab it from, see how you have it there, and you grab it from here, and I'm going to bring it back up. Okay, so, and then you can just, if you want, you can bend this one out of the way. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make 5 of these. Okay, so at first you're going to have a mess like this. No worries. It'll be just fine. So gently, what you're going to do is start to push the petals of your flower. See how this one has that big opening here? You need to close these petals here. Oop. And then I forgot to mention, I cut another 4 inches to close it. And it's okay to make sure that you're closing this here. I'm going to push this one up, and I know it doesn't look like it right now, but it will straighten out. You just have to kind of, you have to fiddle with it. There we go. See how we have our little flower like that. I'm going to take my plier, hold on to that where this guy is cut, and bring it up. And see how it locks in there? Like that. Well, hold your wire and bring this guy. It's okay if it misshapes a little bit. You can always use your mandrel to bring it back to shape. So that's not a problem. But what you want is this to be closed up like that. And it's going to want to slip out. So it's important to squish this down like this and tighten it up, and then bring this up again. See? So now you have these 2 guys going here. This is what we're going to use. These little antennas are what we're going to use to make our veil. Then you can just bring your mandrel back in and make sure that you straighten out any loops that went a little crazy on you. So what we're going to do, grab a little off center. So as you can see here, we're twisting our hand a little bit off center, and twist your hand like that, and then you can grab this side, twist it again, and we've got our next petal. Okay, and again, grab here, twist, and twist to make our peaks. See how it starts to close in? Okay, so now we have what looks like what do you call poinsettia leaves? I guess you could make these for Christmas. That's an idea. For Christmas pendants. 24 gauge wire again. And what you're going to do is you're going to leave about an inch and a half, and go in between. And this is where you want to spread it a little bit, even if you scrunch them on the other side, because you're going to need room for your wire to pass, but that's only for a little bit, like that. And then you're going to go around, and you're going to squish them together like that. See how you squish together the petal? That wire is going to be bringing them together. need to get these out of the way. There, like this. And make sure that they're each side by side. And like that. And you want to go, I want to say 1/3. We're going to go up 1/3 of the leaf. Like about, oh, a little bit more. One more. Right. Let me see. And make sure that I'm squishing these down right about there. So it's about, as you can see, it's about 1/3. It's at the middle. So you want to leave 5 inches, and you'll get the feel for it. I just want to give you a measurement and cut that because you're going to need that end. And what we're going to do is put on some beads here. And I think there's about 8. Let me see. So there's 8 on here. Oop. You want these to go, wait. So you're left behind here, right? And these are going to go over here. So it looks like we're going to need more than 8. It really depends on the width of your petal is how many you're going to need. So it looks like I'm going to need a couple more. Now what we're going to do is wrap this around to lock these beads in place. And then bring it to the back. Lock it in again. Like that. And grab another 8. Alright, so I have here, I think I need one more. So there we go. And then again, we're going to go through here. And then go through the back. I would recommend 6 inches instead of 5. I'm gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight, but I think we can do it. So again, probably 11 or 12 this time. All right. So, yep, there we go. So this time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my pliers and tighten that up. Bring it down, bring it through again, and then bring it to the back. That's why I like also working off the roll, because that way I know I'm not going to run out of wire. So there we go. And then make sure that you tighten that up. Again, I'm going to leave these ends over here. That's why I wanted to leave about 1.5 inches. I'm going to go on to our next one. And I suggest that you start with these first, because then it's tight to get in there, and these are really going to bother you. So I recommend starting with these 2 petals that are the closest to where we're going to make the bail. And we're going to put it through and pull. See? And again, go up 1/3 of the way. Look at the other one on this side and see if, I think it needs one more. I don't know why I know, I just know. There we go. And again, just leave a long tail. Let's see. There we go. And again, I'm going to wrap this around. Go through the back. And wrap it around again. See, it's important to wrap it around this one as well, so that the beads don't fumble up and down like this one wants to do. Alright. Like that. Bring it through. Do the back. Grab. And like that. Add your last set of beads. Oop, I went too crazy on this one. Take those off. Okay. And again, bring this through. You can even use your pliers to help yourself. And now I am going to do there. And then make sure it ends in the back. Cut here. And tighten the back here. There. And now we have our second leaf. You can push these down to be nice and tight. And there we go. So we're just going to continue working on the rest of the leaves. All right, so I have finished our little flower. What do you guys think? Now what we're going to do is take our smaller flower and we're going to just insert it in the center. There, just like that. So pretty. And then, see, remember how I told you not to cut these cables or these wires here, the beginning? Well, we have all of these here. What we're going to do is just twist them. Sometimes I need help from my silicone. So I'm going to grab one of these, and it's going to be the one that we, not this one, but the one that we wrapped this one around. We're going to pull that one up, and we're just going to bring it around just to anchor it on so that it sits really flat against, well, as much as you can. Bend the wire on top of it. It'll just sit just perfect like that, nice and flat. Then we can go ahead and cut these wires here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 24 gauge wire again, and we're going to leave about an inch just so that you know, we can have this little lip to hold on to. Now this is going to be a weave, a type of weave. It's really easy. It's a figure 8 pretty much. So you're going to take and first to anchor it, we need 2 and 3 what do you call it, wraparounds like that. Okay, now we're going to take it over and underneath this top one like that, and you can push it down with as much as you can with your nail and bring it over the top, around, make a full circle like that. See? And then you're going to bring it underneath. Everything is going to be underneath, okay? You're going to go underneath, bring it around. Sorry about that. My iPad is dinging. I'm going to bring it around, down, underneath here. That made the full circle. So you're going to bring it up and again down. And make sure that you make that full circle like that, and then bring it all the way down, all the way around like that, and then bring it up and again towards the back. Make sure that you wrap the top around, go all the way around, bring it down on the bottom. Then, like I said, when you cross over, you're going to make sure that you're doing it behind the wires. See? Make sure that you go around, a full circle around. Bring it to the back. That. You're going to make your full circle around. Bring it to the back. And it tends to look, I don't know if it's possible to see on camera. Let me see. It looks like a figure 8. That's why it's the figure 8 weave. Okay. Once you do that, go around. Let's continue until we get about 1/2 inch. All right. So I did a little bit over 1/2 inch, but that's pretty much. So now what we're going to do is, before we continue, we're going to take this part of the V and bend it forward, and this part of the V and bend it forward. So we want to make sure that we're doing another 1/2 inch. So make sure that you measure where this X finishes, because that should be another 1/2 inch. So it's basically 1 full inch of the weave. Okay, so as you can see, I finished and close it, and I opened these guys up just so I knew where to finish up. And then I am going to take from my mandrels the smallest one, because it's going to be a small little bail, and just put it right in the middle where we bent the wires in, right in the middle. And we're just going to bring this guy. I have not let go of this because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it still, or I'm done weaving. We'll see. I want to make sure that I have done what I wanted as far as decoration. We have our bail there. You can always add a little more decoration if you want. I might end up leaving it that way. So I'm just going to grab this guy and pull him over here, and then bring this one forward a little bit, because I want to bring this wire down here where you can't see it. It's just to anchor the bail onto itself. And then, see, it just wants to get a little crooked. And then this one will go this way. Put him right there. Woo! Hold on to him. Poke somebody's eye. You can always use these wires for something else, so don't throw them away. They're always good because they're strong wires. So they always make a good anchor for something. All right, you guys, so this is the finished pendant. As you can see, I really love the way it turned out. It's nice and, clean back here. You don't see any crazy wires. And, it just has, to me, I love the finish of it and the way we incorporated the seed beads. And then I also bent with with the bail. I bent the leaves back, these petals, to give them a little bit of movement so it doesn't look too flat, to give them more of a 2D, 3D look. And then using the beads from the companion bundle, I made these lovely, chain, and added some more chain. I had to add more chain to make it long enough, and then added a really cute clasp. This is magnet. I love these because you don't have to fight to put your necklace on, or ask anybody else to do it for you, to help you out. And yeah, so this is the necklace. And of course, I have more tutorials coming up next week. So if you're new to the channel, I suggest you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Like I said, I'll be back next week with more of these kind of tutorials. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with the January Beads to Live By unboxing and tutorial that you're going to find right here. And I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.